Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. I am George Onyibe. This morning, I want us to quickly look at a message I titled, There is no recovery from any form of external cracking. If you know my page, all I am doing is trying to awaken the curiosity of the next generation of Nigerians to know what lies at stake. Trying to sensitize them, to open their eyes. We are trying to make sure that nobody will change them. My generation, our life was subchanged by the generation of our fathers. I know you will not understand. I'm not here to accustom blame to them, because the people who are ruling Nigeria today were between the ages of 25 to 35 years. All of them. And as we speak, they are still the ones ruling Nigeria. But what I don't understand is they're not going to leave office. And they are making their own children useless. Look at you, 40 years. You can't even run your community. And sometimes we should begin to ask ourselves questions. Is it because we're not given the opportunity to leadership? Or somewhere along the line, we're actually a loose generation. I'm talking of my generation. But then, we've seen maybe things we should not have seen and heard things we should not have heard. And now we know something is not right. If we continue this way, the next generation of our people, across every ethnic group that make up Nigeria, we will lose the future of the next generation. In fact, we will not have. Forget about the preparation you think you have been prepared to, because what is going on already is actually designed to upset the balance. And so we begin to push this narrative to you. Peradventure, you, out of curiosity, will begin to listen. Or maybe you can ignore us. Call us name. We are haters, hungry people, dirty people, useless people. Call us name, but we know how it works. And now, looking at my topic this morning, which simply say, beware of the external cracking. It's going to be difficult for you to recover when you are cracked externally. This is the mindset behind it. Nigeria is going through a physical, cultural, and spiritual transition, and most of us are not aware of. Let me start by reminding you that everything that can break is either it breaks from the inside or it breaks from the outside. If it breaks from the inside, it will bring forth life. But if it breaks from the outside, it will bring death. And invariably, I am telling you to open your eyes to our society. We do everything necessary to make sure that we do not break from the outside, but breaking from the inside is allowed. Take the egg, for instance. If you crack the egg from the outside, it's death. But if the egg cracks from the inside, it brings forth new life. Maybe you begin to get idea of where my message is going to today, this morning. There are a lot of things that are happening to ethnic groups in Nigeria, and of course, ultimately the whole nation. And that is why on my topic, I put Ash-Eka people. That includes the entire Eka kingdom, from Agbo kingdom to Owa kingdom to Utokpo kingdom to Umunede kingdom, all the kingdoms that makes up the Eka nation. And that is why I acknowledge the Anyoma, whose goes beyond Eka, transcending to Similindoku Anyocha and Eka, of course. Of course, I cannot leave Ikwere people out because they are part of the people they are planning to destroy. Ultimately, South. What do I say? Entire ethnic group in the South, they are watching them. And invariably, it will end up with the entire nation. And so, irrespective of the geopolitical zone you belong to or ethnic group, it is as simple as ABC. Do not allow any form of cracking from the outside to destroy your people, because there will be no room for recovery. And these are some of the things we are fighting to prevent. But let's start with the narrative. Maybe you will understand where we are going to. The Super Falcons just made Nigerians proud. And I want to congratulate all of them. The victory was not actually theirs. It's ours. They gave it to us, and we are happy. But I want us to take some hours back before this match took place. There are Igbo Biafra, maybe in South Africa, who was on social media telling the whole world that he does not want Nigerians to win, that he hates Nigeria. This is a Nigerian who claimed to be Biafra, Igbo Biafra. that they don't want anything good to happen to Nigeria, that they should win Nigeria. And his kind are happy. Yes, correct, kudos, it's a way to go, let them win Nigeria. And one will begin to wonder, there is no country known as Biafra today. And I can assure you, no country will be known as Biafra. Because if Biafra eventually comes up with what we are seeing, you people will not be up to 5. If Biafra eventually come, bunch of criminals, you will not be up to 5. But we know you are not looking for Biafra. I'm coming. And these people carry Nigerian passport. Like I talked about the market in Nigeria, that is what they are good in doing. But this is the switch. And finally, the Super Falcon proved that they are true Nigeria, not just in spirit, in body and soul. And by the grace of God, they won. We are all happy. The same people who say they don't want Nigeria Super Falcon to win are now the same people dragging. It's Igbo girl that scored. Igbo girl was the one that scored. Igbo girl was the one that scored. It's Igbo girl. Now, no get sense. What do you people want? The same people who say they don't want Nigeria to win, the Creator did not honor their request and their wish, desires which are evil. Now they want to cause another problem, who win and who didn't win. And now if you are Igbo, disassociate from Igbo Biafra, or show yourself, let's know you. Because the madness has entered market already. These people cannot be cured. I'm just trying to imagine, which day will Yoruba people begin to say, oh, one of those who scored the goal is Yoruba. Yoruba is the best in Nigeria. Oh, Yoruba girl scored the goal. I'm still trying to figure out, which day will Awosa come out and say, oh, that guy is Awosa guy, the girl who scored the goal is Awosa goal. Does it mean these people don't know how to brag? But we know your sickness, and we are here to cure you. Because the only reason these criminals has not succeeded in their plan is because they've not been able to crack us from the external. And that is why they are trying to infiltrate us. And if you let them succeed, there is no room for recovery. Now, let me further explain so that you understand and be on your guard. If you look at every country in the world, none of them fell from the inside. Any revolt that starts from the inside can only give birth to expansion of such nation. Any country that has internal revolt, they don't break, they expound. Look at America. Internally, they had revolution. It was internal, not external. Today, where is America today? They expounded. Few countries was known as United States. Not every one of them obliged to be part of the United States. But after the American Revolutionary War, they expounded, become stronger, as you can see them today. Now they are America. Look at the Indian and the Bangladesh. It could be influenced by the external forces, but this tribe will never come back the same again. And so if you check the history of the world, once there is a crack from the external, they do not recover the wound, no healing. Let me explain so you understand how it works. When you see a married couple who always have misunderstanding, and they keep their misunderstanding to themselves, they have this ability to solve their differences without bringing in a third party. Watch that marriage, they never broke. And so when you see people celebrating 40 years marriage anniversary, 50 years marriage anniversary, look into those people closely. They did not allow any outside interference. Then watch 99.9% of broken homes. These are married women or married men who are going to ask their friend how to live with their wife or their husband. Everybody is going to tell you what they think is right. Everybody is going to give you the advice that at the end, they will still blame you. They will abandon you. And that marriage is gone and it can never be again. Most especially women. Your husband slaps you. And you go and tell your friend, can you believe my husband slapped me? And your friend will reply and say, my husband can't try that. If he tries it, I know. But what if your husband tries that? And then you will go back and then you carry out the advice. My dear, you will break your home. And so when issues occur internally, you solve it, you resolve it. It gives birth to something greater. It gives birth to life. But when you allow the outsider to infiltrate you and bring in the crack from the outside, you are not going anywhere. The reason Nigeria won the Nigerian Biafra war was because Nigeria went inside and do the breaking. While Igbo Biafra was trying to attract the kraken from the outside. Let me explain until you understand. During the war, Ojukwu had believed that people like Israel, many countries will support him, Brazil. And if they had supported him, if any country has come out openly to support Ojukwu, Nigeria would have been gone by now. But watch all of them. Nobody supported them from the outside, except some of them inside who want to destroy us from the inside. But there is no connection to the outside world. And even if they have succeeded, Nigeria would have broken up peacefully. Maybe today we'll be hearing Benin nation, Benin country, Abo country, Ikwere country, Hausa country, Yoruba country. We'll be hearing about different nations. And we should still be relating on a very, neutral note. It's nation to a nation. But they didn't have it. But then the Nigerian counterpart, in this instance, decide to break Nigeria from the inside. And so your current day Cross River State, they broke it out from the old Eastern region. They broke it out. They went on to create River State. They broke it out from the Eastern region. They broke Nigeria by themselves. And it gave birth to the current political structure that governs the nation today. And so each time you talk about southeast, south-south, southwest, north central, northeast, and the rest of it, you think it's a backward structure. No, we have evolved. Because before, you would have said it's Eastern region, and then they squash all of us under Eastern region, and then it's Western region, then they squash all of you under Western region, and then it's Northern region, and then they squash all of you under region. No, we can now breathe as it were before then. It didn't destroy us. It made us stronger. Today, we have more viable political front. At least, check out. Today now, all the whole geopolitical zone now are glamoring on their head of every political party. Let's zone to the south-south. Let's zone to the south-south. Now, don't get me wrong. They are not zoning into the south-south because they love you. They are zoning into the south-south because these people feel we are Mugu. So the moment they say, let's zone into the south-south, we begin to say, we think they will give to Wiki. Or maybe they want to give to Wiki and then turn him against Tinubu. All those football tactics, we know it. But at least, we become relevant as a south-south man. Finally, they want to give us tickets. But we are progressing. Before, who are you to say South man? Who are you to say you are South man to collect ticket? Eyoita that won the governorship election of the old Eastern region. What did Nnamdi Azikiwe do to Eyoita? Not to talk of coming to take tickets to be president of Nigeria as a minority. But those are not the area I'm focusing on. I am focusing on the simple fact that Nigerians has to break Nigeria to make Nigeria stronger than it is today. I listened to Obasanjo in one of his interviews, when he talks about discovering the center of gravity of this nation. And the moment they descended on the center of gravity, Biafran counterpart fell apart. They are always outside, trying to destroy from inside. But they cannot succeed until they have somebody working with them. Now, they know the truth. These Igbo Biafra people know the truth. And that is the code they are trying to initiate. That is the main purpose why I'm bringing this broadcast. Now, let's go to the drawing board. You see, first of all, the creation of Anyoma State. It's amazing. Most of you are not looking at the body language of those Igbo unity beggar. They started from unification of Ndi Igbo. And then all of a sudden they brought in Senator Ned Nwoko and Senator Mbata. The plan they have made outside to destroy us cannot work until there is Ned and Mbata. If they are able to align, we will never recover. But you will not understand. And so, they're now doing Igbo unification, not by themselves, but they came into our community, picked the ones they presume to be part of us, to be championing it. Ask yourself a question. Igbo people are relaxing on their own. Igbo people are peaceful on their own. Why is it that the madness of Igbo unity now is becoming the project of Anyoma people? And somebody who thinks it's normal will come out and say, yes, I am Okwanema and I am proudly Igbo. But we know they quarry now. Are we dragging anything? Because Igbo people know it makes them look stupid, it makes them look hopeless if they do it themselves. They will not succeed. It remains there, a slogan. Imagine how many years of calling me Bendel Igbo, Delta Igbo, Edo Igbo, Hausa Igbo, Yoruba Igbo, and till this moment I am resisting that I'm not Igbo. Don't you get it? So they can't crack from the outside because without the connection of those inside, and because they have learned and they think we are ignorant, and then they initiate some of our brother. I am only Akumase of Mwacha Bondi Igbo. I am only Enuane of Enuane. We are all Igbo. up to the extent that a reverend Omo hopelessly, uselessly, shamelessly said rubbish, betraying the very concept and idea that is Anyoma. But if you as Agbo man, if you as Anyoma man, if you as Ikwere man, if you as South people, and you entire Nigeria join the enemy from the outside to upset the balance, they will destroy all of us. We will never recover. No healing. We are gone. And that is the reason why we are inside here monitoring those criminals. It's as simple as that. And so what do? Because they know this secret. They stay from the outside, waiting for them to crack us from the inside. And that is all. Have you not heard about the Trojans, the Greeks and the Trojans? They needed to get inside. And the moment they can crack it from the inside with the pressure of those outside, you are gone. They destroy, recover again. They burn down the walls of Troy. And so today, everything Igbo Biafra people are doing, they are trying to create alignment with internal enemies of our people. And then from the outside, they will escalate the whole problem. And then we will not have the opportunity to heal again. And so, fellow Nigerians, whatever is going to happen in the future, if it is good, it is for all of us. If it is bad, we are all here. You must understand that those who have been bearing the brunt of one Nigeria, we have evolved, we have developed defense mechanism, and have been able to articulate ways to improvise as of when necessary. So if you think it's going to be game, business as usual, and then think again. There is no need for you to be fighting to infiltrate us, so you destroy us ultimately. Because those you have assigned to infiltrate us, they will not see the light of the day. And I'm not sure somebody is understanding what I'm saying. But I will continue to explain until you get it. I ask a question. Why is it that the people championing Anyoma creation, all of them are supposed to be Anyoma people, but the people who are sponsoring it are Igbo people? Do you know the offense I've committed in this broadcast? I say I am Agbo man and I'm not Igbo. Nothing pains them more than that. But this is the truth. And then what do? They cannot make this truth to become lie. And so they're going to come inside, infect one of us with their virus, who will be shouting, oh, Agbo Isibo, oh, Agbo Isibo. I'm happy that so far I've not heard Agbo man say Isibo. I've not heard any man say Isibo, except the ones they produce on baby factory. Because they have baby factory in Agbo. In most cases, they call it orphanage home. Only those baby factories. And we know what they are meant for. And one of these days, we will tell you the reason behind baby factory. Because they think we don't know. And so all these things, they begin to feast people inside you. It is these people they will use to upset the balance. And they will strike from the outside. You will never recover from it. As we speak, Yoruba people already know the truth. And so they are sanitizing their economic space. They are sanitizing their political space. They have already sanitized their religious space before now. And that is why you can't get in. No, and some of you, it doesn't make sense. Why would they change Charlie Boy's name? Because that is what you were told. That bus stop is Charlie Boy bus stop. But whether it is Charlie Boy bus stop, or it is Abado bus stop, or it is Barega bus stop, none of them is true. And whether it is true or it is false, there is a game going on that you know nothing about. Now let's analyze Charlie Boy bus stop. In the early 90s, let's say from 1990 to 1994, in fact, I spent 11 years in Lagos. And so there is no nook and cranny of Lagos you're going to tell me. From the island to Abule Egba Awoli U-turn to Badagry. Now let's come back to the area you have Charlie Boy bus stop. You have Barega on one hand, and then you have Onikpa on the other hand, and across Third Mainland Bridge, the beginning, you have Owuroshoki, and then Bagada. That place you call Charlie Boy bus stop, it's not Charlie Boy bus stop. The name is Pedro bus stop. First Pedro, second Pedro, before Anthony bus stop. It's not Charlie Boy bus stop. But along the line, Yoruba people like Charlie Boy, maybe because of his Kalewa, maybe because, we are all one Nigeria. Charlie Boy mounted a motor power bike on top of the bus stop there. And everyone says, oh, this is Charlie Boy house, this is Charlie Boy house. That is how they remove Pedro bus stop. First and second Pedro bus stop, and change it to Charlie Boy bus stop. It was never Charlie Boy bus stop. And over time, it looked like it's Charlie Boy bus stop. But this was not the cause of Nigerian problem now. And so one morning, the Yoruba wake up and say, no, this place cannot be named after Charlie Boy. We have to stop it because something is going wrong. The outsider aligning with the insider. So somewhere along the line, Yoruba have discovered that the Igbo born in Lagos who don't know about this criminality of Igbo Biafra are now being influenced to think that Lagos is no man's land. And what do you expect them to do? Isolate every contact with the inside. Let them break from the outside. They can never be able to do that. But if you give them access to the inside, they will finish you. And now, come back to the issue of Ikwere. You are from Ikwere, you are looking at me. You see some Ikwere people, they are there. Ikwere is Igbo. We are Igbo. It's a matter Igbo. Igbo. And most of you, it's fun. Because this organized crime against indigenous people of Nigeria is real. They fund it. They sponsor it. They finance it. What you'll be hearing is, yes, Ikwere is Igbo. They'll say, like, Igbo Amaka. Igbo is not only in the southeast. Igbo is outside the southeast. Oh, why can't you hyper and tell us that, oh, Igala is in the southeast. Oh, Idoma is in the southeast. We have a lot of Ibibo, Efik, and Nana in the southeast. The Izi, the Ikwo them, the Abreba them. Why don't you hyper it? Cultural genocide. And you think we don't know. But they will not succeed. They must take Ikwere man. Ask yourself, how many Igbo people are running mad to unite with us? As much as some of the supposed Ikwere people and Yoma people are trying to unite with them. That is when you know the truth. They moved in some time ago. I am happy that the war is almost 70% won. All of a sudden, Isha and Bini begin to quarry. But these people didn't know when they inflicted or infiltrated their people. It started during the time of Nelly Ofuebu, when Biafra agitation in Soviets have been criminalized, sealed, delivered, documented by P2B and Atiku Abubakar in collaboration with Nnamdi Kanu. And then they have to drag Bini people. Let me digress. Obedient people. Bini people were the ones handling the hypering of obedient movement. Today, how market? You should ask yourself question. Where are you getting it right? Ask yourself, where are you getting it wrong? Because the last time I checked, hey, if you near P2B and you get one vote from Edo State, I'm sure it's a typographic error. Deal with it. I almost got angry with Bini people when they were shouting obedient. That was then. But then I understand it's their right. I understand I need to respect them. It's their decision. But now that thing we saw, they have seen it. And so the moment these people discover that they cannot enter us, they have had issue with me and they know they are not going anywhere because we don't catch a Igbo man for backyard. What did they do? They now metamorphose, re-engage, and say, let's leave Ikwere people, let's leave Anyoma people, let's go to Akwa Ibom and enter Benin. They now prepare Nelly Ofuebu. They now brought my brother Ansema. Maybe you have forgotten, let me remind you. And they now brought many other people who think Igodomigodo and Akatamikata is for their favor. And you begin to hear, Igbo is Iduo, it is from Iduo. They entered Benin and separated them with Isha. All of them, where they say, oh yes, we are Igbo. If they tie to Rapa, your mother is Igbo. You think they love you? You think they care for you? They are looking for a link inside to connect with the external pressure, and you will never recover. They know this truth. Let me tell you what happened when America invaded Soviet Union. It was not possible until American incorporated a citizen of America, a Soviet Union who was born in America, into their scientist. They trained this man. He's a higher assassin. He's a killer. He's a brutal military man. American trained him very well. Accepted him, fed him very well, took care of him, told him, you're one of us now. You're going to help us destroy the Soviet Union. It's becoming a threat to human safety. We have to destroy the Soviet Union. But these are not true. It's power tussle. But listen. And the man felt his truth because they will first blackmail you, character assassinate you, disinformate you, demarket you, bad market you, paint you black so that they can justify their action. And this Soviet Union intelligent officer, who is actually American citizen, felt he was doing the world a honor, and he betrayed Soviet Union. Today, Soviet Union is gone, but that guy, his life is lost and lost forever. Soviet Union will never heal again. That is part of the struggle you see Putin going forward to. Putin is making sure no more internal crack. I'm coming. Both Nigerian leaders, all of you must pay attention. You see all those people who run out of the country and then begin to instigate crisis in Nigeria. Look at the people they are using to do that problem. If you allow them to align and they succeed, we will not recover. We know this truth already. We can go on and on and on and analyze the alignment between the internal and the external to create a crack. It's disastrous. Do we go to the Bible? The fall of the wall of Canaan? Was it the Hebrew soldiers that fought the wall of Jericho under Joshua? No. A Canaanite woman gave them access. A Canaanite woman hid the spies. They saw everything that was there. Without Rahab family, their community will not fall. Yes, thereafter, they are people of God. So they now married Rahab, who happened to become one of the mother of Jesus Christ. It's okay. But that internal alignment with the external alignment, if they bring your people down, you are gone. And so think about it one time. I was on Radio Biafra, shouting, Biafra, Biafra is the way to go. Agbo land is Biafra land. Oh, Igodomigodo is Biafra land. Ikwere land is Biafra land. I was saying so many things. But believe me, I didn't see detailed damage I was doing to my people. Until one day somebody called me. He said, Agbo land is not Igbo land now. If everybody buy into it that Agbo land is Igbo land, Igbo people don't entertain us in their meeting outside Nigeria. When they call meeting of an Igbo, World Igbo Congress, they don't invite us. Only on the condition that we have something to offer which they cannot offer. My brother, talk about Biafra. And stop saying Agbo land is Igbo land. Because this is exactly what they want. Ikwere land is Igbo land. No, Ikwere land is Ikwere land. Agbo land is Agbo land. And they were using me as an insider of Agbo people to connect with their external pressure. And then my people would have been gone. But I am cultured. My parents taught me. They brought me well. And I went to cross my boundary and went to do the right thing. And I have said so many things that they are not in place. And I thought these people were human beings and real. I thought they were genuine. I began to tell them, please, my people will not do this. My people will not accept this. My people will get angry over this. My people, they've thought, what is wrong with this guy? He's not fit for purpose. Disguise him, throw him away. And then I knew the truth. And so those of you, I am from Akomaze. I'm Onyo Kwane. Yes, we are Igbo. Oh, you made a mistake. Let them go and hire Anyocha. If Anyocha will play that dumb for them. But you see, Eka and Ndokwane, we are aborigine. I would have said we are older than the earth. That means we are fish. But we are as old as the earth upon which we stand. From generation to generation. As far as you can count date and time backwards, the umbilical cord of our ancestors is buried on that land till tomorrow morning. Be deceiving yourself. It ends on social media. But we know what you want. You want to align with the internal, and you as the external, you destroy us without being able to recover. We will not give you that privilege. And so maybe from this explanation, you understand the game they are playing. Why can't they come out and say it themselves? I know Yorubas are not coward. What they want, they will take it. If you betray a Yoruba person in Nigeria, the Yoruba people will not rush to conclusion. They will first of all retrieve and say, this thing these people said is bad now. It's not good now. We cannot accept it now. Inwardly, they will not make noise. And the next thing you will hear is, they will say, okay, let us assume there is a misunderstanding. And then they follow up the matter diplomatically. But when you do the same thing to Hausa, Hausa will pull back and say, this insult is great. We will not take it. But what we will do is, let us wait for them, let them come. Hausa will not engage you diplomatically. They will wait for you. They will set trap for you. Go and look at the Igbo coup revenge. Did Igbo survive it? Now, you see, the two Hausa Yoruba, they reason differently. But look at Igbo people. Do Igbo person something now. The first thing he does is to look for who will support him. Oh, they're hating us. Oh, they look at what they are doing us. Oh, how can you say the Holy Igbo should not come to Edo State? Oh, hey, well, they said insult Peter Obi, insult on Igbo people. Oh, hey, well, anybody who calls Peter Obi, you are causing all the Igbo. Una no get sense. You think Yoruba will do that? Edo State governor say, I don't want to see Fashola in Edo State. Then Yoruba will not say, oh, this is an insult on the Yoruba people. Oh, because I know the reason. Honestly, it's I don't know how to put it in English. Or after it is biting my belly. Maybe you get it. No, imagine now, Edo State governor have said, Fashola, I don't want to see you in Edo State. And then Yoruba people will go to social media because they are nuisance and begin to say, oh, it's an insult on the Yoruba people. Hey, well, the Yoruba people is being insulted. How can you say this to Yoruba people? It's Fashola Yoruba people. And I'm sure they won't even say anything. And ultimately, an average Yoruba person will believe there is a misunderstanding. And you see, they begin to make up. What is going on? What is happening? What really happened? And not until they know the misunderstanding, they don't plan to attack. That is why you think they are coward. But if it is Hausa, say, for instance, the governor of Edo State say, Kwankwaso cannot enter Edo State. Hausa people will just say, we shall see to that. And the day they will enter Edo State will know they have entered. But they will not go back and begin to say, oh, this is what you said against Kwankwaso. You have insulted Hausa people. Don't you know we are born to rule? Hausa will not do that. But Igbo Biafra and my fellow Igbo people, let's assume Igbo people are not there. Igbo Biafra, don't you see how low life you are? How stupid you are? They tell Peter Obi now, don't come to Edo State. That wide mouth, Kenneth Okinkwo, now shout, hey, Atanyana, isn't Satan in the Igbo? Is it Peter Obi in the Igbo? Is it Peter Obi in the Igbo? You see your rationale for reasoning, but we know what you are doing. We know the game. The game is simple. You are trying to align with something inside of us so you can use your external force to destroy us. My message is simple. If you as Ikwere people, you as Eka people, the entire Anyoma people, the South people, or any other ethnic group in Nigeria, allow external force to infiltrate you and create alignment, you will not recover again. Don't give them that room. There are people out there who are trying to help them achieve this aim. Don't associate with them. Don't identify with them. Don't even pay attention to them. Pay attention to the people sponsoring them. They want to give us Anyoma in the South. The first thing that comes to the National Assembly is give it to Igbo people as compensation. Who does that? And finally, we were able to change the narrative. They now say, okay, give us Anyoma in the South. Yet Igbo people are the one rejoicing over the creation of Anyoma. Who does that? For them to upset the balance, they use Chukwuma and Zogo. And the moment they've been able to destroy us completely, it becomes an enemy. For them to get somebody who speaks up before Nigeria independent, they use a young boy known as Rumusele Enahuru. And when Nigeria has balance, Rumusele Enahuru was discarded. If not that he used wisdom, they will mesmerize him. We may have been keeping quiet in time past. Believe me, it's not going to be business as usual. But look at everything I have said so far. What will be your benefit if you help them to destroy your people? And what will be your benefit if you succeed in destroying Nigeria? Just take a look at your level of stupidity. Came on social media, yes, we are Biafrans. We don't want Nigeria to win. Let Nigeria not win. Let them win Nigeria. It's okay. Now Nigeria won. Instead of you to shamelessly hide your face, you have not started another one. The girl who scored the goal is Igbo girl. Igbo girl scored the goal. It's Igbo girl who scored the goal. Igbo girl scored first goal. Igbo girl scored second goal. Now no girl sense. Ebi friend me yakweje yekwa. Ebi friend me yakweje yekwa. So Yoruba girl didn't score goal. Hausa girl didn't score goal. If you're not ashamed, don't they shame all of us with Nigeria? Look at the madness of that man in Ghana. I'm happy Ghana people are beginning to see what that man is doing. Money laundering, human organ trafficking, sex hawkers, fake drug peddlers, all the evil. That is what they want to build in Ghana. The one they build in Nigeria. When we begin to ransack them from our community, it will dawn on them. The most intelligent tribe, my foot. Ordinary common sense you don't have. It's unfortunate. And so, fellow Nigerians, every ethnic groups, most especially the ones I have called, of course, it's all of us. Beware of people who are pushing your people. There is a woman now who is now ranting. I don't know her business. Maybe he's married to Igbo woman. We know why all of you are doing what you are doing. That one I say, oh, how can Edo people be ranting? That let's say he does this. Igbo didn't tell you that. He cannot tell you. You be Igbo. Why you cry more than the bereaved? That is the evidence to know who these people are. If you give them chance, you are gone. The moment you notice them, remove them, disconnect them, disassociate from them. Give them gap and monitor them because they are plague. They will afflict all of you. It's just one way out. Either the host destroy the virus or the virus will destroy the host. It's as simple as that. Both of them cannot live together. You cannot say I am Benin and you are destroying Benin. If you have discovered as Abo man, you are Igbo, go to Igbo land. Abo land is not Igbo land. You are Ikwere man, you have discovered that you are Igbo man. Go to Igbo land. Ikwere land is not Igbo land. South is not Igbo region. Go to that region and do what you are doing. Can't you respect Nigerian law? And now this is where I bring the broadcast to an end. If you understand, fine. If you don't understand, good. But I say when we have a breaking from the outside, it will bring death and disaster. But when the breaking comes from inside, it gives life. If you allow them to connect, the breaking from the outside to contact with this element inside, you will never recover. And this we cannot allow them to do. A lot of plans, agenda, conspiracy, organized crime against ethnic groups across Nigeria are out there. We're trying to create a platform where we will not just talk, you will be hearing from the horse's mouth. It does not really matter how long it takes. Believe me, we'll go nowhere. We go nowhere. We are not going anywhere. None of you will be allowed to serve the next generation of our people. We'll follow it bit by bit. After all, when you're building a structure, you first dig the foundation. If it's a story building, you begin to consider introduction of column base. And then before you begin to make the basket, mount the pillars, and then you cast them, follow other protocol, and then finally, everybody see the edifice. We're still digging the foundation, don't worry. We still have a lot of job to do. And I repeat again, we are trying to create a rallying point. A rallying point, we are not social media blogger. We are not saga people. We are here to enlighten our people. We are here as the pathfinders. We are the prophet of our time. We are the voice crying in the wilderness. We are the people that will point our people to what will save them. The entire Africans, not just Nigeria, but let the journey begin. And you will see, it's either you do the right thing or you get out of the way. We know why the system is so corrupt, unchallenged, and nobody is scared to do anything. Because there are little things we ought to have done. We ignore, we neglect, and ignorantly, we introduce a system that will destroy us. If you're interested in being part of this very rallying point for our people, inbox me. We'll explain to you. But nobody is meant to know the entire scope of what we are doing. Because many are called, few are choosing. I'll go to the comment section, receive my insult, and then move on. Don't be ignorant of the devices of the enemies of our people. They cannot do anything. Let them be ranting outside. But pay attention, close attention to those of them on ground. Pay attention to those of them in your place that have been infected with their zombie virus. If you allow them to align, you are gone. Since Equity social media awareness started challenging them, their body never come down. Just one platform. Since Benin social media bloggers start responding to their body never come down. Just only me inside uncompleted building. Every morning, early morning you go down, they see, oh boy, you know they tire. Leave us alone now. Oh boy, don't do. I no go leave you now until you now leave us. What I saying now? Let me receive my insult and then move ahead. Who do I have here? I see Festus. He said, Yoruba are reasonable people. Yorubas are not nuisance. Yoruba respect boundaries and respect people on who they are. That is who they are. He said the people from across the Niger can never change till Christ comes. Of course, they will change, my brother. I agree with everything you said, but they will change. They will. Because nobody will tolerate them. Even nature itself is against Igbo Biafra already. Ordinarily, if Super Falcon has lost, social media would have gotten on fire. To do what? We told you Tinubu is bad luck, Nigeria is evil, we cannot win anything, we are useless. But the whole world know that genuine human beings are born by Nigerian women. The whole world know. America know. China know. Japan know. Fellow Africans know. The whole world, living dead or alive, they know that only true Nigerian women give birth to real son. You never hear them. Only Sparta women give birth to real men. And only Nigerian women give birth to real children. You never hear them. You win when we want you to win. The challenge we are facing in Nigeria is like clash of the Tatars. But don't worry, you will learn, maybe in a very hard way. I see Messi, and he said a lot of people still siding with IPOB don't realize the danger behind their decision. People that are also destructive, as they must abhor by all means. No, they don't know. Because they changed their platform, Messi. They think everybody is ignorant. You hear them, coalition, they are IPOB. You hear them, obedient, they are IPOB. You hear them, Igbo unity, they are IPOB. You hear them, Igodomigodo, Biafra, anywhere your mother tied to rapper, they are IPOB. You hear them, unknown government, Eastern security, they are IPOB. All of them are the same people. They manifest in different form. But amazingly, the system is created in such a way that you don't know you are the same people. It looks as oh they are doing similar things, they're supporting each other. But the real people who are using them as puppet, no, they are all the same. But what they are looking for goes beyond give us Biafra. It's a manipulation, a deception project, which we shall reveal in the coming day. Let them continue. Ancestors, I greet you. He say every state must emulate Lagos. Of course. I greet you, good luck. They have not come to insult. They have not come to insult. Need to insult. No insult yet, but they will come later. So fellow Nigerians, we are not driven by hatred. This is an attempt reciprocating in order to survive. Because you can't be in the stream and soup will enter your eye. With the truth we know, Igbo people need to separate the wheat from the chaff among them. I greet you, my brother Henry Chimezie. Igbo people need to work on these Igbo Biafra people because they will endanger the whole generation. 90% of Igbo Biafra people who push for Biafra war, their children was in diaspora. The ones that were not in diaspora escaped with their children during the war. It is you who say, oh, you are the one they have slaughtered like flies. They say Nnamdi Kanu. Idiot will tell you, look at Nnamdi Kanu's son. He's schooling in London. They say he's the most brilliant student. He come out with first class upper, Atoro. And your son, they have taken your son to Abuja to go and beg on the hood up because you will now have Igbo Alamajiri. As we have Igbo herdsmen, Igbo Lani herdsmen, according to Ijeli. We now have Alamajiri in the Igbo. I thought Igbo don't beg. If you people don't remove these people, they will mess up the whole race. Because you see this journey, it's going to be sustained for a very long time. It's a promise. It's a promise. Of course, my brother Henry, the Igbo Biafra has endangered Southeast already. Look at Igbo people. Everybody love them. Everybody want to be with them. Everybody found peace there. If you even want peace before, just cross River Niger. Look at Anambra hospitality, Ufako and the rest of them. You go to Abia State, look at hospitality. All of a sudden, they choose to ignore idiot rubbishing everywhere. All they can do now is, yes, it's Nigerian Boko Haram army. They are killing our people. We cannot agree. One idiot coaching us and we is somewhere manipulating all of you. If Nnamdi Kanu cannot control me, he cannot aim me. He can't even influence my decision. Now you, Atoro, you, call your name, let's put you where you belong to. Because I come from a tribe that don't make mouth. You think we are ignorant or naive? Think again. Because where I come from, we use money. Money don't use us. Deal with it. We use money. Money don't use us. Have a nice day.